On February 24, 2025, the world watched in disbelief as President Trump announced a 25% tariff on most Canadian imports. This aggressive move, effective March 4, 2025, sent shockwaves through financial markets and left many scratching their heads. Trump claims this is about economic security and ending years of Canadian abuse. He points to a trade deficit, though his numbers are fuzzy at best. This isn't the first time Trump has pulled this stunt. He threatened these tariffs earlier in February. He backed down after Prime Minister Justin Trudeau promised tighter border security. Canada delivered on its promises. Yet, here we are again, staring down the barrel of a trade war. It seems no amount of appeasement will satisfy Trump's insatiable appetite for protectionism. Trump's decision reeks of hypocrisy. He touts the USMCA, renegotiated in his first term, as the best trade deal ever made. But his actions tell a different story, one where agreements mean nothing, and allies are pawns in his economic games. This is about more than just dollars and cents. This is about Trump's need to project strength, even at the expense of common sense and economic stability. It's a dangerous game, and one that could have devastating consequences for both countries. Buckle up, folks, this is going to be a bumpy ride. Canada has bent over backward to appease Trump's border security demands. Illegal migration into the U.S. is down a whopping 90%. Drug seizures are up, with the CBSA intercepting 8 million grams of drugs in 2024, compared to 5 million by U.S. Customs. Canada even appointed a fentanyl czar, a move specifically requested by the Trump administration. A $1.3 billion border security package was approved, further demonstrating Canada's commitment to addressing U.S. concerns. These efforts were acknowledged by some within the Trump administration. Yet the president chose to proceed with tariffs, effectively spitting in the face of Canada's good faith efforts. This disregard for Canada's efforts exposes the hollowness of Trump's justifications. If border security were truly the issue, these tariffs would never have seen the light of day. Instead, they reveal a deeper, more cynical agenda, to bully Canada into submission and score political points back home. Canada is left reeling, its efforts dismissed and its economy threatened. The message is clear. Trump's America doesn't care about facts, fairness, or the spirit of partnership. It's a sobering realization for a country that has long considered the U.S. its closest ally. Canada will not stand idly by as its economy is held hostage. Foreign Affairs Minister Melanie Joly announced retaliatory tariffs on up to $155 billion worth of U.S. goods if implemented. This tit-for-tat approach, while necessary, will undoubtedly harm both economies. Economists warn of a potential recession in Canada, with industries heavily reliant on U.S. trade bracing for impact. American consumers will also feel the pinch, facing higher prices for everything from lumber to automobiles. The tariffs threaten to disrupt integrated supply chains, leading to job losses and economic uncertainty on both sides of the border. The situation is a classic lose-lose scenario, driven by political posturing rather than sound economic policy. The tariffs will do little to address the trade imbalances Trump decries. Instead, they will likely exacerbate existing tensions and harm the very workers he claims to protect. The economic fallout is just the tip of the iceberg. These tariffs represent a significant erosion of trust between two of the world's closest allies. The damage to the Canada-US relationship could take years, if not decades, to repair. Experts across the board have condemned Trump's tariffs, calling them reckless, counterproductive, and damaging to both economies. This is a self-inflicted wound, says Dr. Jennifer Hillman, a former WTO judge and trade expert. These tariffs will hurt American businesses and consumers far more than they will ever hurt Canada. The data supports this grim outlook. The U.S. Chamber of Commerce estimates that the tariffs could cost the U.S. economy up to 2 million jobs. Canadian businesses are already feeling the pressure, with investment plans being put on hold and uncertainty clouding the economic horizon. The long-term implications of this trade war are even more concerning. Trump's actions have undermined the rules-based trading order and emboldened other countries to pursue their protectionist agendas. The result is a world where trade wars are more likely, and global economic cooperation is increasingly fragile. In the end, Trump's tariff tussle is not about trade deficits or border security, it's about power, ego, and a dangerous disregard for the economic well-being of both Canadians and Americans. The consequences of his actions will be felt for years to come. a stark reminder of the dangers of protectionism and the importance of international cooperation in an increasingly interconnected world.